Welcome to Aunt Pearl's Wisdom, where we believe America was always great, we just need to make it sane again. M.A.S.A. Make America sane again.
If Uncle Mitch dies, no one will be able to take his place.
You're right, Amber. Senator McConnell has represented Kentucky in the United States Senate for decades. During that time, he accumulated tremendous influence, seniority, and knowledge of how Congress works. Even if a brand new senator filled his seat tomorrow, no one could instantly replace the experience and relationships he spent a lifetime building.
Aunt Pearl. So you really think he already, passed on?
The truth is, no one has publicly confirmed or denied that. If Senator McConnell were no longer able to serve, Kentucky would effectively have only one senator representing its interests in Washington until the vacancy was filled. From the Republican Party's perspective, losing one of its most experienced leaders would also be a major political setback. Understandably, no one is eager to start talking about replacing someone before they absolutely have to.
On the outside chance Uncle Mitch is gone. Couldn't his wife just take over? That's what they did with Mr. Graham's seat. Well, it wasn't exactly his wife. It was somebody he liked.
Not quite. In South Carolina, when Senator Lindsey Graham's seat became vacant, state law allowed the governor to appoint someone to serve until the voters elected a replacement. Governor Henry McMaster appointed Darlene Graham Nordun, Senator Lindsey Graham's younger sister, to serve as South Carolina's temporary senator until the voters choose a successor in the special election. The governor could have selected someone else, but under South Carolina law, the choice was his to make.
Well, that makes sense. If South Carolina liked Mr. Graham that much, maybe they'd like his sister too.
Perhaps, but other Republican candidates don't see it that way. Several experienced Republicans had already spent years preparing to run for that Senate seat. They had raised money, built campaign organizations, recruited volunteers, and developed support throughout the state. When someone unexpectedly enters the race, especially a close family member of a popular senator, it changes the political landscape overnight. Instead of deciding on the issues and the candidate's political history, she would be asking for the office because the voters liked her brother. Having a death in your family, as tragic as that may be, is not, by itself, a qualification for serving in the United States Senate.
Not that I want a Democrat picking the next senator. But if the governor in South Carolina can appoint somebody, why can't the governor in Kentucky, Andy Beshear, do the same thing? You'd think he'd jump at the chance. And as much as I hate to admit it, fair is fair.
That's where things get interesting. The 17th Amendment to the United States Constitution guarantees every state 2 senators. However, it lets each state decide how Senate vacancies will be filled. Many states allow the governor to appoint a temporary senator until voters can hold a special election. Other states require the vacancy to be filled through an election without giving the governor appointment power. Kentucky chose a different system. Under current state law, the governor must appoint someone from a list of names submitted by the political party of the departing senator. That means if a Republican senator leaves office, the governor cannot simply appoint anyone he wants. His choice must come from the Republican Party's list. So, while every state is guaranteed 2 senators, the rules for replacing one vary from state to state. Next week, we'll take a closer look at the 17th Amendment, compare the different systems used across the country, and explain how citizens can change the law if they believe their state's process should be different.
Aunt Pearl says there is no better proof of American values than our Constitution. She says it's important to know our rights so we can protect ourselves and our communities from government overreach. She also says that even the Constitution can't help us if we don't know what it says or the rights it guarantees us. Next time, she'll explain what this whole series is about and why she thinks learning the Constitution in small bites is the best way to do it. She figures most people don't have time for much more than that. I hope she'll let me doze off while she's talking. It sounds every bit as exciting as algebra. But then again, sometimes it's actually fun to solve an equation once you understand how all the pieces fit together.